Okay, hi all. Good afternoon. So today we will see some more examples related to, and of course we are starting after a long time as badly occupied in some other commitments. Let's start. We will see some more examples related to data science project, like from mathematics perspective, and those examples will be based on the topic that is arithmetic progression. You might have studied this in your class 10. You studied this arithmetic progression. Okay. Let me bold this. Well, this is not bold. Okay. So, an arithmetic progression has a lot of use cases in machine learning and data science. Okay. So, a few of the examples I would like to quote here, and at the same time, I will try to explain you the concept of arithmetic progression as well. Okay. The first use case is I use case one, like you have to uh, find that daily sales, okay, or the sales per day. What is the sales per day? Especially in predicting stock prices as well. You might have seen in the share market the stock price based on that the market experts they predict the price of the stock, or maybe in weather forecasting, right? So when we check that weather trends or the sales data, so in these examples we use this arithmetic progression concept. So means whenever you have data sets which have evenly spaced time interval, I mean like they are equally displaced, maybe based on the daily basis or the weekly basis or the monthly basis, we go for the arithmetic progression. But what is arithmetic progression? Quickly, I will define it. Let's say, suppose I have number like 3, and then we have 5, 7, 9. So if you see this, so the difference, so this is known as first term, A. This is first term. A2 means second term. So 5 is the second term. A3 is 7. A4 is 9. So these are known as the terms. These are terms. In certain contexts, it is the terms are also denoted as like this. T1 is the first term. T2 is the second term. Okay. T3 or T4. These are known as terms of an arithmetic progression. So when you can tell that some sequence of numbers are in arithmetic progression, when the difference between the second and the first term and the third and the second term and the remaining sequences, whatever are given, if it is constant, then we can tell, okay, yes, it is following the arithmetic progression. Okay, fine. Hope this is clear. Yep. Okay, so then it is known as, okay, and this is following arithmetic progression. Now, if you see here the difference of, and that is known as common difference, denoted as D. D means common difference. So the formula to find this is A2 minus A1. Yeah, means you can write A1 or you can write A or you write T1. They all are same. It means the first term. So if I have to find the common difference here, the second term is 5. Do 5 minus 3. This is 2. Similarly, you have to find the common difference like A3 minus A2. A3 is 7. 7 minus 5 will give you 2. So if you see, the common difference is 2 here. Here as well, the common difference is 2. So the common difference is same. So it means this is following in arithmetic progression. So first of all, this is the meaning of arithmetic progression. Okay. Now let's take an example of a daily sales. Okay. So the daily sales, suppose it increases by 500 units per day. Suppose the daily sales, it increases by 500 units per day. Okay, maybe assume like in a particular store, the daily sales is increasing by 500 units per day. And let's say like the sequence which we have is sequence is it is 1,000. So the next will be 1,500, right? And then the next will be 2,000, and then 2,500. This will keep on increasing. So it is following an arithmetic progression, or you can tell like AP pattern. Because if you see the difference between second term and the first term, similarly third term and the second term, fourth term and the third term, so this difference is constant, right? So this is following some arithmetic progression.
Only
Now here,
one
hmm,
question, Tanvir. So only
mhm.
if the difference is equal, then it is called as arithmetic progression, or
Yeah, only if
how
the
it is.
difference is constant, then only. I know like this is a spatial use case, and then we will see the scenarios where the difference is not constant, then how to handle it. Then there we take some, what I can say, like some examples of adding some parameters to compensate whether the difference is not constant. But first of all, we will check the scenarios where the difference is constant. Okay, and if it is increasing and maybe it is decreasing, that example also we will see.
Yeah.
So if you see here, the difference is constant. So it is known as arithmetic progression. And suppose here, so let's say like this is the cells of day one, okay, and 1,500. This is the cells of day two, and 2,000 is the cells of day three. Similarly, 2,500. This is the cells of day four. If someone will ask me, okay, give me the cells of day five, so it will be obviously 2,500 plus 500. So it will be 3,000. So the cells of day five will be 3,000, right? Correct. Now, that is fine. Like day five, we can find it easily because we have hmm, a day four value present, and we know like it is getting increased by a constant value. So it is 3,000. But let's say my client is asking, okay, then if this is increasing by constant value, so can you tell me like at the end of the month, let's say on day 30, okay, they're asking like what will be the sales? Okay. This scenario especially occurs uh, in the investor's pitch. Maybe like you might have seen that Shark Tank show. So they're like the sharks. They always wanted to understand like for a particular investment, if they're doing investment, so they want to predict okay, after 1 year, after 2 years, after 5 years, how much the company will grow. Right? That's an important parameter. That's what they want to check. What is the trend, and that is why they ask, okay, when you started business, from there onwards, give me the total revenue, total profit, gross profit, net profit, and they want to check the trend, whether the trend is it's keep on increasing, and or maybe like it is fluctuating. If it keeps on increasing, then it's a linear growth or it's an exponential growth, right? And based on that, they wanted to understand, okay, after 1 year or after 2 year, what do you think? What will be the volume, right? So that they want to, because in some business, what happens? Okay, business will grow like anything, maybe in the first year or second year. And after that, it will get saturated, right? We have many such examples where the businesses started like anything, right? And after some time, it gets saturated. A very good example is of your in Amazon, you have that Alexa, right? So when it is started, like people were buying it, okay, it's something different and all those things. And after that, we have seen that the demand it decreases. So just based on that current year or 1 or 2 years, the businesses they cannot make decision. So they want to understand the future growth as well. But that is what, like suppose if I have to find here that on 30th day, what will be the sales? Okay, that's a question. Is the question clear first of all?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So they wanted to understand like, okay, what will be the sales on 30th day? So whenever you have to find the value on a particular day, so for that we have a formula like sorry. So we denote it by Tn, means nth term. You can also denote this by n, both are same. The formula for this is a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula to find the value at any particular day. And when you create machine learning models, so these all formula we inject there, right? This is not alone like many other things are there which we inject. Similarly, I have shown you when we were deriving the price of a house. So there I've shown you how that weighted average comes into picture. So here aim is the first term. So here, can you tell me what is the first term? 1,000. This is day one.
1000.
So on day one, the sales was 1,000 units. So 1,000 will be the first term, right? And then n minus 1 into d. N means the number of terms. So which term you want here? You want the cells on the
30.
30th day. It means the value of n will be 30. So we will write 30 here minus 1 into d. Now d is the common difference. So what is the value of common difference here?
500.
500. That's all. You have to perform this mathematical operation. 30 minus 1 is 29. 29 into 500. Right? I think this is correct. Okay. Now, when you will add this, you will get 14,600. So this is not the exact value, but see, it is not necessary that the cells will continuously increase, right? This is purely hypothetical scenario. In any business, the cells will always be 500 units per day, right? But at least from this, they make a trajectory. Okay, if the slope is going like this, okay, it will be around this number. Means, and then they will take some, what you can say, some tolerance value to it. Maybe the tolerance value is plus minus 10 percentage. Okay, so then they will calculate the 10 percentage of this 14,600. So which will be around, let's say 1,500, right? 10 percentage, approx I'm telling. Then they will add 14,600 with this 1,500. And then they will subtract from this as well. So it means the cells on 30th day will be in this range. So the business will get an idea, yo, even if it is fluctuating, or maybe if it will decrease. So it will be roughly around between 13,000 to 16,000 on 30th day. Is this clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is how this arithmetic progression helps. And this is not the task of data analyst. That's why many participants they get confused. Yo, what is the difference between data analyst and data science? Data science. Data analyst, the current data, whatever you have, based on that, they will do analysis and they will give you the insight into it. Okay, what is the total sales? What's the total profit? Give me the sales year over year, quarter over quarter, right? How much tax we have paid? From which location we have the maximum sales? From which location we have the minimum sales? Which department we're getting the maximum profit, right? But the task of data scientist is to project, to predict कि आने वाले टाइम में क्या हो सकता है, मार्केट का रुख कैसा होगा. That is what the task of a data scientist. And that is where you need that machine learning models. Okay, and you have to keep on training them. So that is what you have to keep on injecting the data. From the data, they will understand. Right. And that's what you have different type of model regression, model classification, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and all those things. That's a different topic of discussion. Maybe we'll discuss at a later point of time. But at least you got some idea from here, right? Okay, now the
Yeah.
stakeholders can understand, yo, if you're starting from day one and the sales is 1,000 units per day, and maybe if it is increasing in this fashion, not strictly in this fashion, I'm telling, maybe even if some fluctuations are there, so roughly on 30th day, the sales will be between 13,000 to 16,000, considering 10 percentage variance. Now, on top of it, suppose if the client is telling you, okay, no, give me the total revenue number or total sales number, then what you have to do here? So the range was 13,000 to 16,000, right? So on top of that, then you have to ask them, okay, uh, the range is between 13,000 to 16,000. It will be something around this. And the variance of 10% which I have taken, no? So that you have to predict from the previous trends. Okay, how was the sales previous year? Or maybe sometime the stakeholders will give you. Okay, you have to take variance of that is also known as a deviation of 10 percentage or 15 percentage or 5 percentage. As per that, you have to decide. Now, in order to find the total revenue, so what you have to do, it's very simple. Now you have to ask them, okay, give me the cost per unit, right? Suppose they're telling cost per unit is, let's say, 10 rupees. I'm taking a simple example. Then what you have to do? You have to multiply this with 10, right? 13,000, right? If you multiply this with 10, you will get this number. So this is 1,30,000. And similarly, if you multiply this number with 10, we'll get 1,60,000. So it means on the 30th day, the profit will be between, sorry, the total revenue will be between 1,30,000 to 1,68,000. But the day one, when you started the business, or maybe you're based on the observation, it was 1,000, right? So on this day, if you will find the total revenue into 10, it will be 10,000. It means the day one total revenue was 10,000, and 30th day, the total revenue will be between 1,30,000 to 1,60,000, something in between. Is this point clear? So many
Yes,
times, like
Praveen.
many times when investors, when they invest money, so these all calculations helps them a lot to understand the business. And then they will check, okay, on 30th day, I'm getting maybe roughly this revenue, something in between. But there will not be much variation. If the business is performing in the same way, if everything is perfect, it will be generally it is in between. Sometimes it happens like there are some pandemic or natural calamities or the strike is going on or the political instability is there, that's a special use case, right? In that you cannot predict anything, correct? Now the second use case here is generally after this the client can ask you a question, okay, okay, fine, then you are telling me day one the profit was sorry, the revenue was 10,000. Just a minute. Day one it was 10,000, and day 30th day, we're telling it will be something in between. Okay, Tanvir, I got an idea. But now the client is asking, okay, tell me the total revenue. Suppose this analysis we are doing for the month of, which month has 30th day? April. Okay. So let's say we are doing this analysis for April 2024 or 2025. We are predicting, okay, maybe. So now the client will ask you, okay, Tanvir, you have shown me the data like on day one, maybe it will be 10,000, and day 30, it will be between this. But I want to understand what will be the total revenue, like including for the entire April month. Okay. What will be the total revenue? It means what you have to do here, you have to add here day one revenue plus day two revenue plus day three revenue, right? So like this, you have to keep on adding till
30.
Day 30. But the challenge is the numbers are not a static. The static means they keep on increasing. So it is one. So day one it was 10,000. I will show you for negative as well. Okay. Day one it was 10,000. So day two it was how much? कितना था day two का?
1,500.
हाँ
Okay,
yeah,
15,000.
1,500 है. So multiply by 10 it will be
10.
1,500. Correct. Yeah. 15,000 होगा ना?
Correct. 15,000.
15,000. ठीक है. So it will be 15,000. Day two. Day three will be 20,000. है ना?
Yep.
Similarly, now this is the challenge. 1,30,000, 1,60,000. We don't know where it will be. So in this case, what we do? We take average here. So we have to take the average of 1,30,000 plus 1,60,000. So I hope you know the formula of average. We will sum this and then we'll divide by 2.
30.
So this is 2,90,000 divided by 2. So will be 1,45,000. Okay. So we will keep it here till 1,45,000. Now you have to add all this number. And now this is not a straight addition. You can do something. Or maybe in calculator, you have to keep on adding 10,000 plus 15,000 plus 20,000. It will take some time, right? Maybe 3-4 minutes. And there are chances of human errors as well, right? Correct? So then what we have to do, there is a formula to find the total sum here. Okay. So that formula you have to apply here. Let me change the color of it. So to find the sum, the formula, this is noted by SN, and the formula is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula. And this is all I'm sure you might have studied in class 10th. Same thing I'm teaching to the class 10th, the same topic, arithmetic progression. So now what will be the value of n here? 30, because we have to find 30, for 30 days, right? So it will be 30. Now, sometime it can happen that client will ask you, I want for the first 6 months. So then you have to calculate in the first 6 months, how many days will be there. Maybe they can ask, I want for the particular year, total revenue for one particular year. Very common use cases. So accordingly, you have to find the n. For 1 year, it will be 365, right? Then you have to 2 into 8 means the first time you have to multiply by 2. So on the first day, the total revenue was 10,000 multiplied by 2. It will be 20,000. Now see, one thing I want to make it very clear. In machine learning, okay, nothing can be taken as a granted. Okay. I mean, like the output of machine learning or the output of AI. Okay. That is a prediction model. You cannot take it for granted. यहाँ यही होगा, ऐसा ही हो सकता है. No. It is just predicting. You can just predict it. Keep okay, the chances are there that the actual value will be very close to this. Okay. That is what we can just predict. Now 20,000, the n minus 1. So 30 minus 1, it will be 29. And then the common difference is how much? 15,000 minus 10,000. It will be 5,000. No?
Yeah.
Okay. So it will be 30 by 2 will be 15. And ये हो गया आपका 20,000. सही है ना?
Yeah.
1,45,000 plus 20,000. तो ये हो जाएगा 1,65,000. Then you have to multiply this with 5. एक minute. तो कितना आएगा? शायद ठीक है, 5 लाख 3 ठीक है. So 8,25,000, which means the total revenue for the month of April will be 8,25,000. Now again, your client can ask, okay, let's say on top of the revenue, I want to take a variance of 10%. Now, three things happens here. Sometimes the client will tell you, okay, I want to take a variance of 10%. Then what you have to do, you have to find 10% of it. It will be close to, I think, 82,000. So you have to add 82,000 to this and subtract 82,000 to this. And you have to share that parameter. The next thing is, on a safer side, what they will do, they will tell you, no, find the 10% and reduce from it. So 10% will be close to 82,000. So from this, if you will subtract 82,000, so I think you will get something 7,40,000 approx. I'm taking. Okay.
Correct.
कुछ तो इसके करीब आएगा. तो from this they will get an idea कि अगर कितना भी मार्केट खराब हुआ तो भाई 7,40,000 के आसपास तो बिजनेस बनेगा ही बनेगा. Now why this subtract? Because they want to keep them on a safer side. इसीलिए वो और घटाते हैं कि नहीं ये नहीं, चलो इतना के करीब तो होगा ही होगा. Okay. Now sometimes they will tell you कि इसको round off कर दो. So they will consider कि अच्छा something around 7 lakh का तो business हम बनाएंगे ही बनाएंगे. If you will see Shark Tank show, no, तो ये सभी discussion वहाँ पर होता है. So at the back end, if you see the book of accounts, this type of calculations they do, and then they have to predict the market. Similarly, they will check कि अच्छा अभी क्या है, क्या हो सकता है, and all these things.
But again, this
Got
is a
it?
prediction, right?
Prediction, yeah, बिल्कुल prediction है. That is what initially I told. The output of machine learning models can't be taken for granted. उसमें कुछ भी हो सकता है. कभी कदा sometime prediction totally fail. ये especially COVID के time हुआ था. सारे predictions fail हो गए थे. The businesses they have defined कि भाई, and they have taken a target of 10 years, especially the investment banking. उनका target 10 साल का होता है कि 10 साल after 10 years revenue यहाँ पहुंचाना है. Investors इतने होने चाहिए, client इतने होने चाहिए. So all those calculations fail at that time. Okay. So see, now if you will do the summary of it from where we have started. We just started from here. हमने यहाँ से start किया था. आ गया एक second या. We started with just this assumption कि अगर 500 यूनिट डेली का बिकता है, if you are able to sell 500 units per day, and let's say it is increasing by 500, तो फिर क्या होगा? Right? We started with this assumption, right? Now, finally, हमने क्या क्या चीजें निकाली? कि ठीक है, अगर 500 units per day है, and if it is increasing by 500, तो day 30th में कितना होगा? ये नंबर आया था 1,46,000. सॉरी, कितना आया था यार? हाँ, it was in range कि 1,30,000 और 1,60,000 के बीच में होगा. Then the client told कि नहीं नहीं, मेरे को total revenue चाहिए, considering ₹10 per unit. Then we derived it. फिर finally हमारे पास आया कि अच्छा करीब करीब 825 आएगा. Then we have to implement this variance, 10% और माइनस ही कर दो, 7,40,000 आएगा. फिर उसमें हमने सोचा कि नहीं इसको राउंड ऑफ करो, तो 7 lakh. It means in the month of April, you will be able to make a business of 7 lakh rupees. Got it? है ना?
Yes.
अब इसी कैलकुलेशंस को हम मॉडल में इंजेक्ट कर देते हैं, वो मशीन लर्निंग की मॉडल बन जाती है. Now, one assumption which I have taken here, अब मैं उसको थोड़ा क्लैरिफाई करना चाहता हूँ. उसमें मैंने क्या बताया? देखो, when in the beginning I have taken 500 units per day, है ना? And I taken 1,000 units per day, and then I told कि it will increase by 500, right? This is what we have taken, no?
Correct.
Now here actually this number 500 which we are telling, it will increase by 500. Here as well, we take assumption. Why? When we interact with the client, so what happens? We will ask कि भाई मेरे को पहला जो आपका last month का है उसके sales दिखाओ. Maybe in that sales, the day one it was 1000. Day two it was 1600. ठीक है? Day three
Mhm.
the sales was maybe 1800. Day four it was 2700. Now, if you compare this one, this is the actual data of previous month, maybe the month of March. ठीक है? ये मान लो कि March 2025 का है. But we are anticipating कि in April 2025, day one will be 1000, day two will be 1500, day three will be 2000, day four will be 2500. But if you see this number, the previous month, and what we are projecting here, it's different, right? Like day two, it was 1600. Then you can ask why you have decreased it to 1500. Day three, it was 1800. Then you can ask it why you increase it to 2000. That is what to make it a static, not means that is what to make the difference static. We do this. क्योंकि यहाँ पर हम देख रहे हैं कुछ घट रहा है, बढ़ रहा है, and all those things, right? So to align this in this format, we assume कि अच्छा शायद इसका जो डिफरेंस यहाँ पर हो रहा है कुछ तो 500 के आसपास हो रहा है. यहाँ पे देखो कितना डिफरेंस है. This is 600. Here this is 200. Here this is 900. So what we do, we take the difference of all the days and then we derive the average of it. और फिर उस एवरेज को हम यहाँ पर लगाते हैं. तो इसके पीछे ये वाली कैलकुलेशन चलती है. And that is why your statistics comes into picture in all those things. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So similarly, we have other examples as well. You have to find that customer spending analysis, how much customer is spending, what is the purchasing power and all those things. Okay. तो आज यहीं पे रोकते हैं इसको. Okay. I think फिर कल इसको और हम लोग आगे proceed करेंगे. We'll see a few more examples. ठीक है?
Sure, Tanvir. Yeah.
Kushalish? चलो, fine. Thank you, all. We will connect
Thank you.
tomorrow. Take care.
Sure.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.